Hey guys, I did Chris here. Welcome back to another FactionTrolls live stream. It's been a while since we've done one, maybe a couple days now. Okay. So dudes, we've done a lot, um, since we have last been on the server. Someone's in Killer Beware drawing the second I get in. Which is kinda creepy. Okay then. Well, dudes, let's continue where I was off at. So, dudes, we've done a lot. Let's just say I've covered maybe, since I last streamed, half of this main area with snow. Yep, snow is fun. So, dudes, welcome back to another FactionTrolls live stream. Today, we're gonna continue placing snow. So, dudes, since we were last streaming, we destroyed the target here. We destroyed a couple of these houses, Ryan Homes, and that house, and also that house. Which I know, at first, when you first see it, it doesn't really make sense why we would, destroy 3 whole houses. But trust me, it'll make sense in the end, because right here, we are going to be building, hello whoever's watching, hope you're having a fantastic day, we are going to be building a super mall with the Atlantic / Riverside Cafe, which is A, uneven, and B, does not make any sense whatsoever, because the blocks do not mix well at all. So yeah, we also got rid of all this area. So now it's more of a larger area of ocean and stuff. We're going to be building more boats and also expanding Fort Pocketea out halfway to about maybe here. And then the rest of this will be used for aquarium parking. We will actually eventually start to upgrade and change the aquarium so that it could actually be more unique and realistic. So the football stadium's entirely gone, and it is going to be placed over here quite soon. This road is also halfway cut off, so it's a one-lane road only. Yep. I filled my house with there's bamboo right inside my house. Let's just say that. Also, we've removed most of the Christmas stuff from my house. Leo has built me 2 magnificent cars. One of them is a Corvette. The other one is a truck. So they're both magnificent. Thank you, Leo. And basically we sold a couple houses and that's it. This house is still for sale. This house is still for sale for $1,051. If you dudes are wondering why I put 1,051 instead of 1,050 specifically, is because if someone had $1,050, and they didn't have $1,051, they would be annoyed at me and be like, "Hey, I'm just $1 short. Shouldn't I get this house?" And I'd be like, "Nope, you have to have the exact price, $1,051." And then they'd probably just apply for the lumberjack job, go break a couple trees or something like that. And yeah, so we actually do have the update book quite well done. Even in the FactionTrolls community, dudes, go join that also. Just search up FactionTrolls on the community tab, and it will come up there. So FactionTrolls 4.0 version 2. If you're wondering why it's version 2, is because version 1 was supposed to be the modded update, but Golden's thing failed. So yeah, we didn't have that. We would have had barrier blocks and a lot of other things. I still actually have the modded book. So updates called "Tis the Season," added snowfield map, abandoned all of Camp Pocketea. It had to happen sooner or later, dudes. We added the college campus, which is a work in progress right now. Downtown Pocketea, added community announcement board version 2 at spawn, added the landscaper job, which, trust me, dude, the landscaper job pays for a lot. $10,000 per Minecraft day. So if you play for a real life hour, you could get literally 100,000 in-game dollars if you apply for this job. It is the best. Lumberjack job used to be the best, but now, also I've updated FTMB Skyscraper so that you get quite a lot of money. It's pretty unique. But the reason why the landscaper gets paid the most is because, you know, we need people to flatten out specific areas of the world that we don't want to be here. So let's see. We upgraded the pet store. Yes, since the most recent Minecraft update came out, the patch that actually fixed the update that was breaking the game. Yep, you just heard it. I have built somewhat of a cat tower slash cat area over here. There are like 30 cats over here. They're all piled up in this corner for some reason. No idea why. They just are. Feel like he wants to say hello, hello. Let's get out of here because that's gonna get annoying very quickly. So, snow is still everywhere. Also, so we removed Olympic City finally. The reason why is because we never used Olympic City for anything. So we got rid of the soccer stadium in Olympic City, and we replaced the signs that said, "Welcome to Olympic City," and now leaving Olympic City. We now changed it to basically just nothing. It's South Pakatia now. There is no more Olympic City. That simple. We demolished the football stadium, we demolished the hospital, we demolished Bob's Auto Shop, we demolished the football stadium, which for some reason I put that twice. We abandoned the target and demolished it, of course, and the ocean level was raised. By 1 block to be specific. So every once in a while, dudes, like maybe one real life week, every real life week, we are going to be raising the ocean floor level, in the game. So, about sometime this week, probably towards the end, we are going to end up, raising the ocean level again, because it just makes sense. So, which means, we raise the ocean level, we're gonna have to raise the river levels, and we're only raising the river levels that connect to a big body of water slash an ocean. So it's going to be kind of unique and interesting. So I believe this river does not lead to a massive body of water. Yes, it does not. This one, though, I mean, technically it does because it goes under, and then there's like this small area. So I mean, you could consider it. And then this is a big body of water. This is actually, for some reason we built the airport on top of the swamp. So, yeah. So here's the target. Ryan was working on a giant football stadium, but he said he is going to scrap the idea and try something else. Can't wait to see what that is. So, yes, college campus, Pocketea State College campus. We have the Pocketea Fried Chicken here, mini Pocketea Fried Chicken, mini store cloth, Pocketea Street Spirit Wear, University Pizzeria, comfy couch furniture, which, we go to the back, it actually has a back entrance, which is going to lead into the storage area for Comfy Couch Incorporated. And yeah, this is pretty unique. Right here, this is the Camp Cafe, except it's not going to be the Camp Pocketea Cafe, because it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. It's too small. I'm probably going to make this into something else, like a small ticket like a bus stop. Like since it's across the street from the bus stop, I'll probably just make it like a room for bus stop terminals. And if it's raining really hard or snowing really heavily, then instead of people sitting down here, they could go down into here, which would actually be more unique because then they'd have more ways of being safe. So this is going to be the street for the dorm rooms. We're going to place them along like this side of the street here, and this thing right here. They said it was sort of the bank, but I don't know what I'm going to make this into yet. I'm going to have to ask Ryan. And then along the side of this, I'm probably going to end up in the end. Also, this window was in fact designed by me, so yes, Ryan did use that for this area right here. So we're going to have dorm rooms along the side of the street here. We're probably gonna have a library next door because it'd be most convenient. And the actual college buildings itself will probably be all along here. So it's going to be massive. We have a lot of plans for the actual area itself. And, yeah. Oh, there we go. And then now they're all done. Alright. So, next is we added the Pocketeum Mall, which you already saw that. We are going, and also we expanded the Barren Wasteland Zones. If you don't know what the Barren Wasteland Zones are, I created these sort of custom biomes a long time ago because here's the story of what happened. So this goes along a storyline that happened. So basically, this was 2 months ago, 2 real-life months ago, or something around that. This was what happened. This is why we have the new spawn. So what happened is, you guys remember the meteor vessel that was up there? It was an alien ship, and it had 4 meteors attached up around, or on all the sides, and then one on the bottom, which was actually sucking energy into the meteor itself. My original plan was to have that meteor grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and have unlimited capacity, and eventually expand and like explode out and destroy a bunch of the area around it. But then my idea clicked on my head. What if I made it so that aliens came down? And this is what happened after that. So the meteor happened. Week 6 is evacuation. Which also that event was complete. But then the one after that, the night begins. This event, the only reason why it says deactivated is because this event was never completed. It was going to get completed, but it barely failed. So what happened is we created another storyline that happened after that. So we said that the meteor vessel contained enough energy, it went up back into space and just left. But it left out a surprise. It had one of the meteor chunks that were left of it break off and crash here, but it ended at the old spawn and somewhat exploded and blow up the whole spawn. But it ended up being an egg. So there were spawn bits that were shattered everywhere, and there was an egg right about here. Now, the only reason why this is Barren Wasteland right here, and not anywhere else around it except for this area, is because this is where the spawn was, and exactly where the meteor crashed. And what happened. So what happened is the meteor crashed there, right? It created sort of a deserty area around the whole area. So what happened then is where Week 8's event came into play. Barren Fallout. The event ended up being complete. So what happened is basically the egg opened and sort of exploded all the grass around it, killed all the grass, and formed the Barren Wasteland biome that I invented. The reason why I called it a Barren Wasteland biome is because it looks like a barren wasteland. There's dead bushes, cactus, dead grass, um, and it just looks like it's a dead area and deserted. So that event ended up getting completed. What happened after that is we went maybe, I don't know, like a month and a half, 2 months. Um, this one we went like maybe 3 weeks until we did this event, Winter Storm Daryl, which is actually still currently activated right now. Um, because as you can see, the snow area just keeps expanding. This area didn't used to be filled. This area wasn't entirely covered. This area is starting to get covered. All this will eventually be covered, and all this will eventually be covered. Even these trees will. And even this area eventually will get covered. It will not go over to there though, because that's too far out for the snow to reach, because it's only, the storm system is only wide enough. The reason why this is all blue ice is because the lake froze over. So, and even some spots of the ice, snow formed on it, because in some spots of this, the ice formed first, and then snow fell after. But most of the spots, it was snow fell first, ice fell, or ice formed after. So, yeah, that's what happened with Winter Storm Daryl. And then, fast forward about maybe a month and a half, 2 months later, I went a long time without playing FactionTrolls in that point and creating events. This is where Week 10's event came into play. So Week 10's event was called Abandonment. The main reason why is because we abandoned a lot of major areas in this, and this is what's in this update right here. We abandoned Camp Bakatia, that's 1. We abandoned Olympic City, that's 2. We abandoned the football stadium, that's 3. Hospital, 4. Bob's Auto Shop, 5. Target, 6. Like, the old bank, 7. 8. The Ryan Real Estate Building. So, that's 8 buildings we abandoned in this update, and also in that event. Now, here's the thing that you're going to say, guys. Chris, this was about maybe a week and a half ago that this event started. Shouldn't it be ending now? Here's my story. Yes, this should be ending now, which is why in a minute I'm going to change it. But here's the twist. We're going to have to create a week 11 event. My mind is filled with ideas, but it doesn't have a central point of one idea. It has 12 different ideas, but I'm trying to combine all the ideas into one big idea so that we can make week 11's event a special event. I wanted there to originally be a week 11 event that was going to be a giant fireworks show, but I was afraid that was going to lag the server too much, and also New Year's Day I was not on. So, I didn't get a chance to. So, my new plan, one of my new plans anyway, is to have all this snow stay here year-round. We're going to get a year-round winter storm. So technically, FactionTrolls takes place in an area where once something happens, it doesn't go away unless if something really bad happens. So the only way this snow is going to leave, dudes, is if these lakes, those lakes, or the rivers, or even the oceans overflow and flood. Which is going to be interesting, because that may or may not be Week 11's event. A ginormous flood. Once a winter storm happens, shortly after, all that snow has to melt somewhere. And something has to cause it to melt. Now, because this sun, in FactionTrolls, doesn't really seem to melt things, we're going to have to create a source that's actually going to melt things, also known as overflowing the river. But this could happen in a moment's notice. We could have one giant rainstorm one day in the server, and the next day, that giant rainstorm causes the rivers to overflow and flood everywhere. Destroy snow, barren wasteland biomes, and everything in between. But here's the thing, that was only one of my ideas. The second idea is that we keep the snow, keep adding more buildings, keep doing what we normally do, but have the alien vessel from week 6 return, but sort of make a twist, because this is FactionTrolls' 70th episode almost for season 7, which means once we get into season 8, we're going to have to make a really big change in everything, which means this spawn might go by, the old spawn might return, and some original things may come back. So we'll just have to wait. You guys will just have to wait and see. So this has been a live stream, dudes, basically to lure you in to something that would be explained more in the future. Only time can tell what is going to happen onto the server. So let's continue in the update book. So barren wasteland zones, we expanded those. We covered pools only for winter. After the winter season is over, the pools will be uncovered. So this is actually, this happened a while ago, back in season 6 of FactionTrolls. And what happened then in season 6 of FactionTrolls is I started covering up the pools. This was around September. So yeah, after the winter season is over, all the pools will be uncovered. And most of the areas, a lot of the areas, I'm probably going to have the snow just melt naturally. Like, for example, my yard, the snow in the back is going to melt, but the front, it might not, because the temperatures for this server are going to be cold all year round. So, yeah. So, what happened is we also abandoned the old bank so that we could add the new bank. We also added the cream towers and finished the FTNB tower. We expanded the military base. We added ASAN Space Corps, which is going to be basically our version of NASA. Which the NASA ASAN building is right here. It still is a work in progress, as you can see by the crane putting it all together. Let's see. Added Millionaire Mountain's wide-sized skyscraper. So, basically, new guy's working on so many things at once. He's working on this, he's working on this, and he's also working on his Millionaire Mountain's skyscraper right here. He said he's going to try and make it be the widest building and also the tallest building in FactionTrolls. I don't know if he's going to make it the tallest, but I know he said he's going to try and make it the widest building. What he's going to do with this tower or skyscraper, I don't know. I'm honest, I don't know what he's doing with it. So, what also happened is we added the railroad lines finally. This is going to go on for a long time. So, what happens is this is going to keep going this way out into downtown Pakatia, and eventually we're going to make a sharp left turn with this thing, so that it also will make a right turn, and it'll head straight into the college campus, but it'll also go over to the airport and meet up with this one, possibly. It's probably just going to go to the college campus, loop back around over here. So it's going to go like through the college campus, sort of. We'll loop it back around, meet it out on the other side again, where it will also link up sort of with this one, which this one right here is going to keep heading out all the way this way until the beach. And what's going to happen is once it hits the beach right here, there's going to be like a bridge. There's going to be a small suspension bridge here for the train tracks. There's also going to be a bridge for the cars here as well to cross. There will be another small bridge here. Flatten all this out. Go over here to this small little island. Turn this into a beach. Keep it as it is, or flatten it, or get rid of it. Because what we're going to do is, if we keep this and end up using this as the beach, we're going to get rid of all of this link right here. Like, we'll get rid of it all the way up to the mesa over here. And where this mesa is, next summer, or this summer rather, if I still am playing FactionTrolls at least, we are going to be creating is something amazing there. We are going to be going back to the old times, sort of, and we're going to be basically creating the Wild West. Yep. Here to the ready. We're going to be creating the Wild West. So we're also going to probably end up splitting this road off here. And yeah. So of course it splits off here, which over here, it goes underneath and comes back out to that side. And what happens here is I ended up creating, I wanted to originally just create it so that it stops at the airport. But then I had the better idea, also my old homes, which I kind of abandoned the idea from it. So I decided to keep it on going. And it eventually met up with the road that leads to the college. So, here's my plan. This leads to the college, right? Right about here, I'm going to put some sort of a train station. Because, look, it's literally a corner space here that's not being used for anything. And also, it's like right by a road. So, it'd make more sense to do that. Because then people would be able to just, turn out here and go that way. Or if they're going to the college, turn left and go this way. And I decided to keep it going on. So, I only made the tunnel. But here's the thing that's going to go on. Camp Pakatia version 2 is coming. So dudes, this whole ginormous area right here, all this spruce forest, and yes, even this spruce forest, is going to be a giant new Camp Pakatia. We already have a raider camp right there. We're going to revamp the entire Camp Pakatia system from the ground up. We're not going to be adding anything out of the ordinary that we would add like in the city. We wouldn't add the school. We wouldn't add anything that would be modernized. We'd add only wooden structures and wood buildings because it's basically an area of just, pure everything. Why did you get on right as I have to go?
What I do what?
Hold on. Alright, so, dudes, of course, the Camp Pakatia version 2 is going to keep going out all the way to here. And it's going to eventually lead out to here, where we're going to have the small lake here. This river, which is going to be used for canoeing. And also some hiking area right up here. So that you could,
Are
hike up
you
the
on
mountain.
you know what, or are you on?
FactionTrolls, yes. We
Okay.
do have a
I was,
secret project, dudes, that we are working on. We will be
I was gonna.
focusing on that for the next few
You know
weeks.
what isn't supposed to be revealed yet.
Yes. Um, so yeah, dudes, let's continue on the book. So what happened after the railroad lines? We added the Riverside Cafe. We abandoned the Ryan real estate building. Houses are still purchasable. You just have to see me instead of going to the real estate building because the real estate building is gone, destroyed for them all. So also we added, in this update, we're going to be adding another new spawn. This is the 4th edition. So we're going to get rid of the spawn that Potato hates. Or
I don't
we
hate
might
it.
just
I
keep
just
it.
dislike it.
We might keep the spawn. We're just gonna make it look abandoned. We're
Yeah,
going
like
to.
I don't hate it. I just don't like it.
So basically, we added the money leaderboard and player ranks lists. We added the community announcement wall version 2. Uh, we re-added the event system and also the wall for that. We re-added the sales walls. We added the train station at spawn. We added the spawn jail as well. So also, here's the thing that's going to make this change. We're going to be adding various new jobs in this update. Right now, well, at least in the next update anyway. Right now, this is unknown. So I'm going to remake the entire money system. Because you do seem to think that the money system is way too difficult. And also, people could just go to an anvil and simply just rename the thing to something that would look like $1,000,000 and say, hey Chris, remember you gave me $1,000,000? And I'd be like, no I didn't. So, yeah, we're going to make it a lot more.
But you didn't.
So, we're going to be doing that. We're also going to be adding these
Oh
new
no, my
things.
stone slab.
We're going to be adding these new things called vaults. I came up with this idea, basically
Like
using
Fallout?
the bank vaults. And these are going to
Oh.
replace the kits. So, basically, these are going to be replacing the kits in a way that's going to make your experience of this world more unique and want you to keep coming back. Because I'm going to make this somehow so that every day when you log in, once Bedrock Edition comes out, you will
Is this
automatically
bothering you?
receive your daily login reward of 1,000. No, it does not. We added new
Oh.
and also some more trees, and various small map changes were added. So, basically, dudes, we are ready to release this update. But here's the thing. I'm going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger in Faction Trolls episode 70, or better yet, on Faction Trolls season 8 episode 1, which comes probably, I'll do that Friday or Friday or Sunday. We're going to be doing Faction Trolls season 8 episode 1. That is when we are going to release 4.0. And until then, may
Make
the
sure
force
I'm
be
there for
with
that
you.
because I'll be on those days.
Okay. So, yeah, dudes, we're going to leave it out there because thank you for subscribing. You are the 250th subscriber, so you are going to get a shout out. Thank you, Charblocks, for subscribing. Go subscribe to him, dudes, because he just was my 250th subscriber. I didn't expect to hit 250 on this stream, but we did.
Did.
But that's the thing, little Jimmy. We hit
But
the
that's just a
milestone.
theory. A game theory. Copy. One of the best channels out there.
That's true. Um, so
Yay.
I know. So there's a lot more snow, by the way, Potato. And I need you to help me come up with an
No.
idea for week 9's event. Or for week 11's
I
event.
was about to build houses.
You were about to build houses? Okay, you can build
Yeah,
houses.
I was about to build the house on the mountain that you gave me.
Oh, yeah! Alright, you can do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just
Stupid.
completely forgot about it. Alright, here you go.
Yeah.
This house is
Yeah,
also
I know where
going...
it is. I know where it is.
This house is gonna be right next to the football stadium. Ryan's gonna get so annoyed because he's gonna have to choose a whole new area for the football stadium. But then again, I don't want a
Yeah,
football
I'm
stadium
gonna
behind my house.
should I try to make this house cover the whole freaking mountain?
Make it as large as you want. Or
That
do you
is
want to put?
a
Wait, do you want to make a bunch of Do you want to make a one massive house, or multiple small houses that link up
or a
into a small neighborhood?
community.
That could actually work.
I'm gonna make
So
a small development.
just to let you dudes know, if you don't know, Potato and I are also working on a small project, which is why the uploads are going to be a lot less consistent over the next couple weeks. Um, because what's going to happen is over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be revealing on the Faction Trolls official community. Just search up Faction Trolls in the community tab on PlayStation, and go into the community, join it, and look in the community because over the next couple weeks I will be posting secret pictures of what will be hinted towards this new secret project that we're going to be working on. And yes, it will be in Minecraft, except this secret project is going to be insane. You guys might like it. We're going to like it. Let me just say this. It's
You
going to be
might not.
futuristic. Let me say this. It's going to be futuristic. That's all I'm telling you.
Really.
I mean, it's more modernized slash futuristic. I mean, Faction Trolls is as
It
modern as it can get, except
Yeah,
for the original.
I kind of get how you said futuristic just because of the theme of it. Yeah, I guess it is kind of futuristic, but not the way people usually think.
Yeah. Alright, so dudes, I'm going to leave you all on a cliffhanger. So I'm gonna end the stream here. Hope you guys
I hate
enjoyed. Did
cliffhangers.
punch the like button. I know, I hate cliffhangers too. So remember, dudes, tomorrow or Friday or Monday, or Friday or Sunday, Faction Trolls Update 4.0 will release, and also Season 8 will come out on that day too. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys don't know, no, I did not copy the season system for Fortnite. I actually named the season system before Fortnite Battle Royale version even existed. So technically, Epic Games copied from me. Well, that's just a
Technically,
theory.
they didn't do
I
anything.
know, because they probably copied it from like PUBG or something. Um, so dudes,
What do you mean?
I don't, I don't know. So
PUBG didn't come out with seasons until after Fortnite did.
yeah, you got a point. Then again,
I
my
do.
Faction Trolls has been create or has existed for about a, a year and a half now. So it
You have a
existed
pencil?
of May 1st, 20 no, um,
Never
May
mind, it's
1st,
pointless.
May 1st.
Dead silence.
Nope, I'm done. Nope, I'm done.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. I had to.
What a way to end out a
Ask me,
stream. Making a pun.
ask me what I did.
So I hope you
Ask
guys
me what I
enjoyed.
did today.
If you did, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, like, stay notified every time I upload a stream. We'll see you dudes next time. Goodbye, dudes.